Hey guys, it's Matt and Eddie here. We want to just take a minute. In both of our services this morning, we shared we shared something with them. And if you couldn't be here, or you just want to see it and hear it all over again, we're going to bring it to you live via this recorded video.
Okay,
that's something. Excuse me. So basically, what we shared was. Mosaic Church is almost coming up on 8 years old, and in the past 7.5, almost 8 years, God has done some amazing things, and we've had an incredible partnership. And you know, when we first started the church, we, if you know the story, Carrie and I kind of felt the call to start Mosaic, but we didn't have a guy who could preach, and so we found Eddie through some networking and got really excited. And he said, "Hey, look, I'm in for 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, but probably not long term necessarily." And now here we are, almost 8 years in, and still together. And it's been a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah, I agree, man. We've had a good ride together. It's coming to an end now after 8 years. You know, Matt, when I first started, bro, I really only thought I had a couple of years. I don't know if you said that, but through the work that I was doing, I really thought I only had a couple of years to be here. Now, 8 years later, it's been a great joy to be a part of Mosaic and see what God has done. And I mean, this is crazy in my family. Yeah. And so, man, what a joy. So, but a new chapter is opened.
Yeah, so Eddie's position has changed. I'll say this, about a year ago, Eddie and I both kind of sensed that something was coming. We didn't necessarily know what, we just noticed that there was, or we felt in our spirit that some sort of change was happening in our elders meetings, and our whole leadership team all kind of agreed that 2017 was going to be a year of transition. We just didn't know exactly what. And Eddie was feeling this in his spirit, I in mine, and you know, we were just talking in the service about the way the kingdom works, and the kingdom, and God in His kingdom, He's always raising people up and moving people around. And so we've come to this point now in our relationship where He's going to be doing some moving. You want to tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's really an exciting chapter that's opened up, a new ministry with Illinois Baptist State Association. I've worked for them for the last 10 years, and what they've asked me to do is to lead a ministry that shares the gospel with every person in the state of Illinois. Now, that's 13 million people, and so no human can do that, but we think that God can do that, and through revival and a spiritual awakening in our state, we're truly excited about moving forward. So it's all good. He's raised me up to this point in order to move me and to shift my life into this particular new chapter, and I'm pumped about it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited. It's bittersweet. It's definitely bittersweet.
Right, yeah.
And you know, one thing about this that's crazy in the church world is it seems like when there's a staff change, typically that's because there's something an undercurrent that is maybe gone a little south, or maybe not good, a relationship that's not good anymore. And I just know, bro, I love you, and I'm so excited for this next chapter. And instead of it being one of us leaving because of something bad, instead we're able to send him out. And you gave that incredible line earlier this morning about this idea of running to, or you're going to something, not from something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's this inescapable call from God to me to move into this new journey, into this new phase, I guess you would say. But let me say this. The past 8 years have been some of the most incredible years of my life. And I love you too, my friend, and it's been a great joy to serve alongside you. I was just complimenting you a while ago to several different people. Well, it's always a fun time when you're with Matt Embry, but the skill and the joy and his heart. And so there's nothing in the closet. There's no ulterior motive here. It's simply that God has raised us up, and He's brought us together for 8 years. Yeah. And now what He's saying is, Eddie, I want you to move over here into this particular area. Come over here. And so there'll be some changes here as well. But I have full confidence that what God has started, He's going to complete. And it's going to be wonderful moving forward for this church.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so what that looks like for us is his new position starts right at the beginning of the year. So as we were looking at the calendar, probably our tentative last date, Eddie's tentative last Sunday here is December 17th. So that's about 6 weeks away. It's coming fast, and don't worry, we're gonna send him off in some awesome ways. We're already scheming what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have an opportunity. You're gonna have an opportunity to really bless them as they head out, and we'll give you more information here coming soon about what that's gonna look like. But we just want to make sure you heard and you didn't miss it, and we ask that you be praying for Eddie and Pam and the family as they embark on this new journey, and be praying for Mosaic as well as we begin the search. You know, basically what we're planning to do is search for search for a new worship leader. I've kind of early on when we started together, this idea of preaching was not anything I was excited about at all, and God has kind of gotten a hold of my heart a little bit, and I really enjoy it. So Eddie's been pouring into me and helping me learn the ropes a little bit and giving me some reps. So the current plan is to go out and find a worship leader. So be praying for that.
Well, let me just say this. This is a joy to my heart that you're willing to move into this. Not just willing, but excited to move into it. Because I was asking Matt early on, the first year or two, 6-7 years ago, do you want to preach? Do you want to preach? Do you want to preach? And at that point in time, he really didn't want to. No. Here lately, he's, I'm asking him, can I preach? No, not really. But I'm excited about the fact that he wants to lead from preaching the gospel from the pulpit. I've heard him, I've listened to him, I know he's improving, and so once again, God's going to finish a great work here. But Matt has a great presence, and I think added to the fact that the gospel is being preached, the word is being proclaimed in expository fashion, it's only going to get better. And so I would just, I would say to you, those of you who are part of Mosaic or thinking about visiting, or maybe you're a guest here already, to continue and come and support and see what God can do.
That's awesome. So there you have it. That's the plan. Be praying for the Polands. We're excited, and send them out in a good way, and be praying. Just be praying. It's awesome, and we're just so overwhelmed with the 8 years we've had together, and we'll share more as we get closer to the end here. But some amazing stories of God's faithfulness through it all, and He's still faithful even in this next season. So.
Sure, absolutely, man.
Awesome. Well, we're done.
Yeah, love you guys. Appreciate you.
See you guys.